Welcome back to my channel. I am absolutely buzzing with excitement to reveal the latest explosive spoilers for July 9. We are diving into Hope's terrifying medical emergency, a brutal Logan sister showdown, Sheila's sinister next move, and massive heartbreak for our favorite young couples. Let's get into it. The lights are flashing wildly across the deserted Logan runway. The music has faded, replaced by an eerie silence. And right there, crumpled on the polished floor, Hope Logan Spencer lies completely motionless. This is the absolute nightmare scenario. Liam Spencer bursts through the heavy doors, his frantic eyes scanning the room before locking onto his wife's lifeless body. The sheer panic that washes over Liam is palpable. He sprints across the room, his heart hammering violently against his ribs. He slides to his knees, shouting her name, his hands trembling with absolute terror. What just happened to the queen of the Logan fashion empire? Was this a massive panic attack brought on by the Forrester-Logan corporate war? Or could Hope Logan Spencer actually be pregnant? But Liam is not just going to sit around and wait for the paramedics. Oh no, the Spencer heir is going on the aggressive offensive. The moment Hope is stabilized, Liam transforms from a terrified husband into a fiercely protective warrior. He knows exactly who is to blame for this catastrophic collapse, and he is marching straight into the war zone. The sibling feud between Brooke and Katie Logan Spencer has reached a toxic, radioactive level. Brooke is pacing the executive office, her eyes blazing with absolute fury, acting as if Katie is running some sort of twisted cult and has brainwashed her daughter. Katie is standing tall behind her desk, absolutely refusing to give in to Brooke's hysterical demands. Suddenly, the glass doors fly open, and Liam storms in like a hurricane. He slams his fist down on the mahogany desk, silencing the room instantly. Liam is making demands, and he is not asking politely. He looks Brooke dead in the eye and orders her to forgive Hope immediately. He demands that Brooke and Katie squash this ridiculous beak right now for the sake of his wife's health. Meanwhile, the younger generation is tearing each other to absolute shreds over at the Cliffside Beach House. Will Spencer is drowning in a sea of misery, pacing the living room, completely desperate to make amends with the woman he loves. He is practically begging for a chance to explain, a chance to fix the massive rift that has torn them apart. But standing squarely in his way, blocking the door, is none other than R.J. Forrester. R.J. is leaning hard on Elektra, playing the smug, arrogant knight in shining armor. He is thwarting Will's every single move, stepping between them and whispering toxic poison into Elektra's ear. R.J. is relentlessly urging Elektra to pack her bags, walk out that front door, and leave Will's beach house for good. The tension between these two fierce rivals is explosive, with violent shoving matches and heated, venomous threats flying across the room. Will lunges forward, grabbing RJ by the collar, demanding he back off. But just when you think the situation cannot possibly get any more volatile, Ridge Forrester steps into the fray. The dressmaker has arrived, and he is not here to play games. Ridge takes one look at the violent chaos, locks his piercing eyes onto Elektra, and delivers a brutal, non-negotiable ultimatum. He strides into the center of the room, his commanding presence sucking all the air out of the space. He demands that Elektra drop the Spencer cat immediately. Ridge is fiercely protective of his son RJ, and he is ordering Elektra to sever all ties with Will before this toxic love triangle destroys them all. Elektra tries to speak, tears streaming down her face, stammering out excuses about the challenges she and Will have faced. But Ridge brutally interrupts her, his voice booming off the walls. He is literally begging her, ordering her, to stay away from Will to protect herself and RJ from further heartache and physical violence. Elektra is backed into a corner, sobbing, trapped in an impossible, suffocating dilemma between the man she loves and the formidable, terrifying wrath of the Forrester patriarch. With Elektra finally pushed out the door by RJ and Ridge, Will is left completely alone in the echoing, deafening silence of the beach house. His entire world has just shattered into a million jagged pieces. He collapses onto the sofa, burying his face in his hands, crushed, defeated, and wallowing in absolute soul-crushing heartbreak. He reaches for his phone, desperately typing out an apology message, his thumbs hovering over the send button. But Will is not going to be alone for long. Enter Melissa Dillon, old reliable, stepping quietly out of the shadows to pick up the broken pieces. Dillon has always been waiting in the wings, and now she sees her ultimate, golden opening. She approaches a devastated Will, sitting closely beside him on the couch, offering a warm embrace and a soft, inviting shoulder to cry on. The physical proximity between them is undeniable. The lingering looks between Will and Dillon are growing heavier by the second. Her eyes drop to his lips. His breathing hitches. The undeniable chemistry, it is all building toward a massive, unstoppable eruption. Since these two have serious, undeniable riz, we have to ask the burning, scandalous question. Will this innocent comfort give way to explosive, unbridled passion? Will is incredibly vulnerable, his heart cracked wide open, and Dillon is eager, ready to claim the spot Electra just abandoned. The beach house is about to become the epicenter of a scandalous new romance that will send massive shockwaves through both the Spencer and Forrester families. If Will pulls Dillon into a kiss right now, there is no going back. The betrayal will be cemented, and Electra will be lost forever. Across town, the stakes are turning deadly, and the tension is reaching a boiling point. Sheila is on the prowl, and she has aggressively cornered Taylor Hayes in the cramped confines of Deacon's apartment. The notorious, unpredictable villainess is not playing around today. She glares at the psychiatrist, her eyes burning with a dark, menacing obsession, backing Taylor up against the wall. Sheila is aggressively pressuring Taylor to fulfill her end of their twisted, secret bargain. She demands that Taylor immediately arrange monitored visits with John, Finn, Finnegan, and baby Hayes. Sheila wants access to her family, and she wants it right this very second. But Taylor is standing her ground, her spine stiff, refusing to be intimidated by the nine-toed menace. Taylor looks Sheila dead in the eye and boldly insists that there is absolutely no way. Taylor declares the request completely impossible, effectively slamming the proverbial door right in Sheila's face. The tension in the apartment is suffocating, the silence ringing in their ears. You can practically see the dark, dangerous gears turning in Sheila's twisted mind as Taylor's rejection registers. Sheila's face contorts into a mask of pure, unadulterated rage. If Taylor won't deliver the goods, Sheila is going to take matters into her own dangerous, blood-stained hands. She is going to completely bypass the Forrester gatekeepers and go straight to the source. She is going straight to Finn. Finn has sworn up and down, promising Steffi that absolutely nothing will ever come between them, but Sheila is a relentless, unstoppable human wrecking ball. She is preparing to launch a direct, calculated, and highly emotional attack on Shin's marriage. As if the corporate wars and deadly stalkers weren't enough to keep us on the edge of our seats, we are circling back to a deeply emotional, gut-wrenching storyline for Carter Walton and Daphne Rose Walton. Fast forward to the week of July 20 to 24, where the young and restless couple is sitting nervously in a cold, sterile doctor's office. The fluorescent lights hum above them as they clutch each other's hands, their knuckles white with anticipation. They have been desperately trying to start a family, tracking every detail, hoping for a miracle, but the universe is dealing them a cruel, unforgiving hand. The doctor walks in, the heavy file of test results in hand, and his grim expression says it all. He sits down and delivers the most devastating, earth-shattering news imaginable. Spoilers indicate that Carter and Daphne are officially facing severe infertility issues. The moment the clinical words hang in the air, Daphne's world shatters. Carter immediately pulls Daphne into a desperate, fiercely protective embrace. his own eyes filling with unshed tears. The sheer emotional strain of this devastating diagnosis is going to push their young marriage to the absolute breaking point. Will their bond survive this crushing, unfair reality? As they confront the agonizing truth, the heavy silence in the room is broken only by Daphne's weeping. Carter and Daphne realize they must pivot their entire life plan and explore other, highly complex options to build the family they so desperately desire. The doctor gently shifts the conversation to the daunting, emotionally exhausting avenues of surrogacy and adoption. This is going to be the ultimate test of their love, their resilience, and their unwavering commitment to one another. Can they navigate the grueling, expensive, and emotionally draining process of surrogacy? The stakes are incredibly high. Every single corner of Los Angeles is currently on fire with drama, betrayal, and heartbreak. From the flashing lights of the runway at Logan to the sterile, heartbreaking halls of the fertility clinic, lives are being shattered and rebuilt in the blink of an eye. Liam is pushing himself to the absolute brink of a nervous breakdown, trying to save Hope from the vicious crossfire of the Logan sister war. He is screaming demands, fighting a losing battle against Brooke's stubborn rage and Katie's unyielding ambition. Brooke and Katie are fully prepared to burn their entire family legacy to the ground just to prove a point, leaving a trail of collateral damage in their wake. Will and Dylan are seconds away from crossing a dangerous, passionate line they can never uncross. And lurking in the dark shadows of the city, Sheila is sharpening her claws, ready to tear Finn and Steffi's world apart piece by piece. She is a ticking time bomb, and her countdown has just reached 0. The drama is relentless, the action is nonstop, and absolutely nobody is safe from the impending explosions. Will Liam's aggressive peacemaking efforts actually save Hope, or will the stress finally send him over the edge into a complete spiral? Will Spencer give in to the undeniable temptation of Melissa Dillon, forever destroying his chances with Elektra? And just how far will Sheila go to force her way back into Finn's life? We are strapping in for the most explosive, jaw-dropping week of television yet. The battle lines are drawn, and the secrets are spilling out. With Hope's life hanging in the balance on that cold runway, Liam's sanity fraying by the second, and Sheila marching straight toward Finn with a twisted agenda, the entire canvas is about to explode. Will Liam's desperate demands finally force Brooke and Katie to end their toxic war before it's too late? Wow, this plot is so dramatic and intense. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Emma Bennett, and I hope you have a truly wonderful day. See you next time.